Hey everybody, welcome back to another live stream. Before we get into the show, which will begin in a moment, I wanted to let you know that if you have any questions throughout the stream, remember you can always ask them on our website. We have a live chat support ready and able to help you. My team there is available if you have any questions about any of our products, services, or just have a question for fun. Check it out. Link will be down below in the description.
The stream will be starting shortly, but while you wait, you can check out our sponsors 8cap, Forex Tester, and Superfunded. You can find the links to them down in the description below.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another live stream. Before we get into the show, which will begin in a moment, I wanted to let you know that if you have any questions throughout the stream, remember you can always ask them on our website. We have a live chat support ready and able to help you. My team there is available if you have any questions about any of our products, services, or just have a question for fun. Check it out. Link will be down below in the description.
The stream will be starting shortly, but while you wait, you can check out our sponsors 8cap, Forex Tester, and Superfunded. You can find the links to them down in the description below.
Coming to you live from our studio in Atlanta, Georgia, this is the A1 Trading Daily Show. Whether markets are rising or falling, we're here to keep you up to date with the latest market news. Join us as we trade currencies, commodities, and indices live, Monday through Friday.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to another live stream. Today is Tuesday, March 28th, and before we jump into the markets with Nick, we're of course going to check out the market heat map here in the A1 Edge Finder. I'm going to remind you that if you want a trial of the A1 Edge Finder, you can actually find links to chat with some of our team members in the description down below. So if you're interested in asking them about Discord or Edge Finder access, go talk to them right now. But let's take a look at some of our biggest movers and biggest sellers of the day so far in the market heat map. So up here towards the top, I see NZD CHF, Aussie CHF, and Euro CHF. So 3 Swiss franc pairs up towards the top. Those are our biggest movers of the day so far, up 1.02% there for NZD CHF. And then down here towards the bottom, I see CHF JPY, USDZAR, and USDJPY. So 2 yen crosses down there towards the bottom, selling off pretty hard today. CHF JPY being the biggest mover to the downside so far, down 0.74%. I want to thank our 3 sponsors, 8cap, Forex Tester, and Superfunded, for sponsoring today's live stream. Thank you so much for that. You can also find out more about those 3, 8cap, Forex Tester, and Superfunded, in the links down in the description below. And I'm going to tease one more thing. We have something very special coming that I think Nick is probably going to tell y'all about. Hopefully he's going to tell y'all about, because now I'm announcing it. We have something really fun happening next month that we will talk about a little bit later. But with that, let's go ahead and jump into the markets with Nick. Here we go.
All right. And thank you, James, for that introduction. Yes, we've got some cool stuff happening in April, which is absolutely thrilling. We actually have a event coming up in Atlanta, which is our first time ever doing this. We've never done an in-person event. Now, I've been recognized on the street, like I think 2 or 3 times. But outside of that, I've never really done in-person events. We're doing an in-person event. And I want to ask you guys here in the audience, is anybody tuning in from somewhere in the Southeast US or somewhere near Georgia, which is the state that we are in? Atlanta is where these shows are hosted from, where our office is. We're doing an event in Atlanta, and I would love if anybody is watching from the area, let us know. And we're going to drop a link to where you can sign up for that event. It's a free to attend event. And I'd love to meet some of you guys who are in the area who would like to come to our seminar. We're doing it with a partner, Oanda, who we've long-term partnered with, and they're hosting a show. It's going to be so cool, and I'm really, really excited to get together. We've got a good roster of people already who have said they'd like to come out for the event, and we'll be talking about that a good bit. If you guys are anywhere in the U.S. or somewhere where you think you could travel for the event, and you'd be interested in joining us, you can meet myself and some of my team, who you are probably familiar with on the streams here. Click that link, and it's just an interest form. If you click that link and fill out that form, we'll give you some info, and we'll possibly give you a call to ask you if you'd like to come to the event. It's free to attend, free food. We're going to do a lesson. It's really exciting. So, Mississippi and Michigan, you guys are not too far. I mean, it would be a day trip, but it's going to be on a Saturday. So, hey, if you want to come, it's free to attend. It's not like you got to pay money to attend. You get in for free. So there you go. 8 hours away from you. Hey, it's up to you, but hey, if you want to come, food is on us. So yeah, fill out that form if you have any interest. We'll get some more information your way soon. Today, guys, I have a short on AUDUSD. Haven't traded the Australian dollar I haven't traded since 2022, the Australian dollar. And it was because it popped up on our watch list here pretty strong. Let me show you guys this. So we're talking AUDUSD as the strongest current sell on this list. We get a -7. And if you guys are regulars to the stream, what you know is that this score is basically a summation of the entire row of all of the metrics, not necessarily technical indicators, but metrics that we pay attention to: COT data, retail sentiment, seasonality trends, the overall momentum, the trend reading, GDP growth, inflation, unemployment, and interest rates. And when we look at the AUDUSD, I have a short bias, and I'd like to go into some detail about that here and then show you guys the chart. So again, we get a -7. In terms of institutional money, big money is long the dollar, short the Australian dollar. Retail sentiment is pretty mixed. You have sort of a 50-50 there. But economic numbers favor the US in the GDP column, inflation column. Unemployment goes to Australia by a slight 0.1%. And then you have interest rates higher in the US, making the dollar the more attractive of the two. So we have this bias from the edge finder. We get a sell signal. And I actually picked it up yesterday. Now, last night, I guess, to be exact. I picked up the sell on these candles here. My stop loss is in place. If this thing rallies beyond the highs, we'll go ahead and stop out here. So the first thing I do when I take a trade is I put a stop loss on it, and I decide this is where I'm going to pull the plug, because it doesn't matter how confident you are, how good you are at trading. There are times where the market will fool you, where you'll just be wrong about something, and you just didn't have it all right. Okay. So I have a stop loss on my trade telling me I'll stop out if need be, if price breaks through the highs. If price is able to roll over, however, we're looking for a move back down to the lows, in which case what I'll do is I'll trail my stop loss, which I love trailing stop losses. I've used them for years, and sometimes they are stressful and frustrating, but overall I've found a lot of success with some of the bigger trades that I've caught along the way. Anyways, AUDUSD is one that I am personally watching. I am stopped out of my gold trade. For those of you guys who are well, not stopped out. I trailed out for a profit. I was watching gold, and if you guys remember, I caught gold on a pullback over here, rode this run to the upside within the VIP group. I shared that signal, and eventually price started to pull back, and I was able to stop out here before this huge dump that we saw on gold. So I played this, I think, pretty well. And I am actually looking for another chance to potentially get long gold. Now, right now, I think we're in consolidation. Overall, we're in an uptrend, but we have recently sort of gone sideways, right? Price has held the top well, held the bottom well. If price comes to the bottom, I'm viewing that as a potential chance to get long again, unless something changes. But I will share that update if you guys are not already in the signals group and you'd like to see all the trades that I'm taking. Here's what we're going to do right now in the chat. We're going to drop a direct message link to send a message to one of our support team members. We are doing a sale right now on the VIP group. And if you'd like access to that, click this link and ask about the VIP sale. If you want access to our Discord, let me show you what this looks like. I'll pull this up really quick. We'll go to Nick's trades right here. So every trade that I take gets sent within our Discord channel. And if you'd like to see those trades with full breakdowns, right, why I'm taking the trades, explanations, charts, screenshots, the full breakdown, if that would be helpful to you, we have a discount sale going on right now. If you want to hear about that discount sale, we've got some people in the office here who can set you up with a membership within the group if you're interested in that. All you have to do is click the link in the chat. You can see that link in the YouTube chat here. It says, send us a direct message here. Click that link. And if you click that link, what it's going to do is it's going to open up a prompt where you can just ask a question. Let me show you what it looks like. Hold on. I'll pull it up on the screen so that you can see this. So what it's going to do when you click that link is it'll basically pop open a chat where you can just chat with us. If you click tell me about your discounts, we have a discount going on right now. Click that link and ask. I believe it'll probably be Hallie who's in the office with us. She'll answer your questions. And if you want access to the discount, take advantage of that discount that we've got today. So join the Discord. Things have been really, really hot recently. We caught that gold run up and it's been really awesome. So hopefully we can meet some more of you guys. You also get access to the chat rooms. We have coaching calls, webinars, so much good stuff happening in there. And if you guys are interested in checking it out, again, click that link that's been dropped in the chat for you. Where do I see gold going? Well, I think price wants to test the lows here. We'll see if I'm right about that. I will be interested in getting a long trade going if price is able to get a little bit more of a discount. Now, where does the stop loss go in this case? Well, I'll be watching for a break of the lows here. If this breaks, yeah, that's going to be my signal to go ahead and get out of a trade. I'm looking for a return back to the highs, but bigger than that, I'm looking for a continuation play beyond the highs, right? You guys, trend following 101. We talk about this on the stream very often. Trend following 101, it's not about just catching the return to the high, right? Yes, that can be a solid trade, but the real trade, if you're going to be a trend follower, is looking for the new high to form. Why? Because you get excellent risk reward. Like if this thing were to, for example, expand up to like 2030 on the next run up, and you were able to catch it around 1935, where we've got entry targets, right? 2030 is $100 move on gold, while only risking a move underneath 1910, that level of support, right? So again, a very interesting dynamic would be looking for a pullback into this zone. And yes, a move back to the highs would be a first sort of target, but the bigger picture would be looking for the new high. That's kind of how I'd be paying attention to it. Andy Boy says he's currently long USD CAD. Let's go look at USD CAD, see what's going on there. USD CAD Andy boy, that I don't hate that trade off the daily. Let's see. Do we still have Edge Finder pointing to some bullish setups for dollar CAD? We got a couple new things here we got to take a look at today. Got USD CAD and NZD CAD both on the buy side, along with gold, Euro CAD, Euro Swiss, and dollar ZAR. Let's look at that dollar CAD a little closer. So we have a +6 here. COT data points towards. Now we can actually see on the COT data here. This is interesting. So CAD is super short heavy. Institutional money, very short bias on the Canadian dollar. Dollar, flip it around, very long biased, right? That's huge information. In fact, we can actually pull up on the chart here, the table down here, something else. If we look at USD, huge amounts of long contracts, a smaller number of short contracts. That's why we have a general bias to the upside there. On the CAD, look at this. Huge amount of short contracts open. This is futures market, right? This is where we get the COT data from. 75,000 contracts short and only about 19,000 long. Shows a preference from institutional money to be short CAD, long the dollar. So I actually really like that trade, Andy boy. This is actually really quite interesting. I already have that AUDUSD trade open. So I am already long dollar by proxy, I guess. So I'm not necessarily interested in jumping into the dollar CAD trade, but I do like the dollar long idea for now. So yeah. If I take that trade, you guys will see it inside of the Discord. Like I said, this is where I'm at right now. I have that AUD USD trade currently open. And we can go through the breakdown real quick why I sold Aussie dollar. So I sold on a retest of 38.2% retracement. My stop is above the 61.8%, which also lined up with resistance. And we had a strong breakout recently to the downside. And again, going back to that COT data, COT data shows institutional interest is to the short side, while retail traders at the time of recording or taking this trade were heavily long. So economic figures also favor the USD, which we talked about a little bit earlier in the stream. Remember, guys, we are doing that discounted offer today. If you guys want access to the Discord channel, you get access to all the trade alerts and more, coaching webinars and more. Again, click the link. We'll drop it one more time in the chat. Open that up and ask about our VIP discount. And one of our support reps here on the line will get you hooked up with a discount to join the group today and get in on some of the action with us. We're looking for more people to join. So if you're serious about it, if you're looking to learn, if you plan on being here long-term with us, make sure to join the group today if you have not already. We're both longing the dollar. We're kind of trading in the same direction. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, right? If the dollar strengthens, Andy boy, both of our trades should, unless the CAD or Aussie do something wild, they should benefit. Now, again, I don't love the dollar chart so much. Like I have a long dollar trade open, but it's not necessarily because of the dollar. It's more weakness on the Australian dollar front. It's just personal, based on what I showed you guys from the Edge Finder. COT data shows a lot of preference. Specifically, the CAD and Aussie, both very short bias. And we can see here's if of the two, Andy, and for anybody else who's watching the dollar CAD, short interest is much higher on the CAD. Well, I shouldn't say much higher. It's higher on the CAD, 80% short. And then if we take a look at AUD, 66% short. So it is a significant difference. CAD and yen are really the ones. Now, somebody in my earlier live stream, I had a backtesting session I did before this. Somebody said that I was trying to call out dollar yen longs yesterday, which I had to defend because I was not calling for dollar yen longs. If you guys watch my videos every day, I talk a lot. I tend to never shut up. In fact, that's why I always have issues with my voice, because I wear this thing out. My poor body has to deal with my nonsense. And the dollar yen has been in a downward trend. Yesterday, this thing was trending down, and I pointed out that I want to be bullish dollar yen, but that the price action did not marry up with that just yet. Now, I'll come back to dollar yen. I'll talk more about that in just a second. But first, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to hear from one of our sponsors here who help make the live stream that you're watching possible right now. So we'll be back with dollar yen just after this. Check it out.
That's right, guys. I'm here to give Nick's voice a quick break and also tell you about 8cap. 8cap is an award-winning regulated broker that gives traders a better trading experience. So if you choose to trade with 8cap, you'll be able to trade CFDs like gold, Forex pairs, cryptos, indices, and more. Additionally, their spreads are razor thin. They offer up to a 500-to-1 leverage, and their customer support is top-notch. One very cool feature is that they've recently partnered up with tradingview.com, meaning that you can do all of your trading directly through 8cap on TradingView. So if you're a fan of the channel, 8cap has partnered up to offer the A1 trading community a free copy of the Edge Finder, that fun little software tool that Nick was just looking at COT data with. You can get that for free. And all you have to do is sign up with 8cap and deposit $1,000 or more into your personal trading account. So click the link in the description below to find out more. 8cap is the best in the business, and that is why we are proud to be sponsored by them. So go click the link in the description to sign up. Remember, you can get the Edge Finder Pro for free, or the Edge Finder Basic for free when you sign up with 8cap and deposit $1,000 or more. So Nick, back to you.
Thanks, James, for the voice break there. And yes, some of you guys are already jumping ahead of me on this this dollar yen thing I was about to talk about. You guys, the real the real fans of the channel know that I'm about to say what I'm about to say, which is basically I talked about yesterday, like the prospect, the possibility of looking for dollar yen longs may be coming back, maybe. But it wasn't ready, and it's still not ready. It's still not ready for me to take any dollar yen trades. What I need for this thing to trend to potentially look to get long would be this nasty downward trend to fall apart. Now, why am I interested in the long side when it's trending down like this? Well, again, we talk about this very often on the channel, and I know for the regulars, you know where I'm going with this. Most traders, when they look at a chart or when they look at taking trades, they only look at the technicals, which right now, if you were looking at the technicals with dollar yen, you'd say, wow, that thing's downwards. We should be selling this. And maybe there's some short-term great trades to the downside. But in my personal opinion, we have to take advantage of what we see on the fundamental and sentiment analysis side. Okay. And in my opinion, yen weakness actually has a very distinct possibility. Number one, if the bank failure stuff sort of stops being so scary to the market, the yen could drop like a rock, which could give us actually room to rise on dollar yen and euro yen and NZDJPY, etc. So there's that possibility. That's the fundamentals. That's, or at least that's what is the screaming fundamentals right now. On top of that, you know, the sentiment analysis, when we took a look at that COT data, what is big money buying and selling? I'll refresh you guys in case you haven't seen this. Look, the yen is the biggest short of the majors right now. Where am I getting this data? The COT report. I'm not speculating. I'm not calling it. I'm just telling you guys what the data shows us. 91% of the contracts open by institutional investors are shorting the yen. Like that is vital information to know, right? That's, again, it's not opinion. It's not, I'm not speculating. I'm showing you guys the data that we have. That doesn't necessarily mean it's guaranteed to go down. It just is useful information to understand. If you're going to be going long yen, we'll know that you are against the big money. All right. And then on the flip side, dollar is very long biased. Euro is very long biased. So when we look at these charts, like I said, I would be interested in a long if we can get the breakout. You guys know I got beat up a little bit by dollar yen on the way down here. You know, I took some losses and didn't play it very well, to be completely honest. But hey, mistakes happen and it's all good. Fortunately, we made a lot of money on the way up. Really, really made a lot of money on the way up. When it started to fall apart, I tried in recent times to catch a little bit of this, and I was just a bit too early. I was trying to catch a breakout off sort of like this concept here, and just was not able to catch it. So what I've been doing now is waiting patiently for evidence that the trend is going back in the upward direction. So if I take those trades, like I said, you will see notifications in your Discord if you are within the group. And one more time, in case you haven't heard it already, we are doing a discount on the group today. If you want access to that discount, here's what you can do. We just dropped a link in the chat here for you. That link is going to take you to a chat widget where you can talk with one of our support reps. All you do is you open up the thing and you just go chat now and click right here. It says, tell me about your discounts. We're doing a discount right now. And if you have interest in that discount to join the community where you can see the trades being taken, so on and so forth, click tell me about your discounts and chat with us. One of our support reps here is standing by and will help you get into the software, to the Discord so that you can get in on the all the action that's going on over there. So let's see, what else can we look at? SPX 500, what's going on with the SPY here this morning? Let's see how things are turning out with the SPY here so far. So daily chart has been just such a choppy range-bound chart the last several months, really. We've had a couple run-ups, sell-offs. Now we're kind of just chopping like crazy. The question for the bulls is there going to be a breakout, right? Are we able, same kind of concept with that dollar yen. And by the way, guys, probably some correlation there right now, I would argue, between dollar yen and the S&P 500. If we get banking fears subsiding, probably the yen weakens and probably the stock market rallies. I've mentioned that a trade that I'm very, very interested in myself right now is looking to get long dollar yen and the S&P 500. Now, when I say looking to get long, I'm not saying I'm buying it right now. And again, we had a viewer that I talked about earlier. A viewer was all, saying, Nick, you said the dollar yen's going up today. You said the S&P 500 is going up today. Well, I say a lot of things. Like I said, first of all. Second of all, please do not copy me or anybody else on social media. Just because you see somebody with an opinion does not mean that opinion is going to be right. And third of all, if you're going to say that my opinion was so-and-so, you better be right. My opinion was not to go long dollar yen yesterday. I didn't take any trades. S&P 500 didn't say long yesterday. What I'm looking for is conditions to show opportunities to get long, right? A big breakout, pullbacks, higher lows, higher highs. So again, if you're going to try and go the lazy route of trying to copy people or look for other people to blame about something that you did, at least get your facts straight. Man, am I in a toxic mood today? Am I toxic or am I just, you guys let me know, am I being toxic or am I telling the truth about that stuff? I don't know. I've been in this game, guys, a long time. I've been on YouTube expressing my opinions for, at this point, I started my channel almost 2019. So like 4 years ago, I've been on YouTube. I feel like my outer shell has at least gotten a little tougher because, man, people will drive you crazy if on the content side. I don't recommend if you have thin skin to do YouTube because, oh my gosh, it's crazy. Can I rent the Edge Finder? We don't do monthly month by month options. If you are interested in our payment plans, we don't do $15. We can help you out with that. If you want information about that, just chat with us on our website. Just head over to a1trading.com and you can hear about that there. Okay. Ivan, you're funny. Thank you, Dodge. Appreciate you that. You're defending what you actually said. I heard and understood what you were saying. People just make trades too fast and try to blame. Yeah, the problem is if you try and blame your way to being a profitable trader, you'll be running in circles for a little bit. Pound USD. Let's see what the pound dollar is doing. So we talked about it at the beginning of the week. I was looking for some sort of hold here. We didn't get it at all. Look at this. Price came up here, did not hold this breakout. And in fact, this is why we talk about you have to be very careful when you're talking about, like, people will say like, oh, this is going to be a head and shoulders pattern, right? So if we go back into the replay for just a second, we go right here. A lot of people look at this and they'll say, oh, this is a head and shoulders pattern, right? looks like a head and shoulders pattern. You had a break to the downside. And this is why when we talk about head and shoulders, I'm hesitant to call something a lower high until it actually shows a break to the downside and puts in like a low, right? Because then you could say, okay, hey, yeah, that's a pretty good head and shoulders potential. Problem is though, we didn't actually see any new low and we just rallied back, right? So you can see, how do we exit the replay function? Do you want to exit this mode? Yes. There you go. So you can see never actually even held those gains. Real quick, let's see what Frank has to say, and then we're going to bring in Tom from Simply Forex. Frank, what's going on, man? How's it going?
Hey, how's it going?
Good, good. How's how are the charts treating you today? What are you looking at?
I'm looking at dollar long still, but more so on the side of UJ
Okay.
and kind of leaving euro dollar alone. The Edge Finder kind of took it to a neutral rating, so I'm looking more so at things that kind of mimic the stock market. So UJ has been pretty correlated directly with it, and it's had a harsh sell off, but being bullish dollar. And also seeing the overall trend of the S&P and how it's just basically very like resilient, I would say. Like it's still got an overall uptrend, um regardless of like what's happened the past couple of weeks, like the interest rate news, the banking crisis, like
Yeah, I find
things.
that very interesting. Like if you think about it, I saw something, Frank. I was like watching, or I was going through like Twitter or something, and it was like you're a stock market bear when like bad news rolls out all month long and you're still negative. The market's still going up. Because that is just such I think I've always said this. I think the hardest trade in the world is trying to short the S&P 500. But yeah, no, it is a interesting time to see banking crisis stuff, but it's also kind of like banking crisis fears and then they get resolved. Banking crisis fears and they get resolved. So it seems like a very stubborn point for the US government and other governments around the world as well.
Right. And I know I've said this, like I said this yesterday, but I'm really honing in on like bond yields and
Mhm.
also what the VIX does throughout the day. So bonds are up today. The yield, or not prices, but the yield is up for the
Right.
past 2 days. And the market was still going up yesterday too, which is kind of confusing, but maybe a delayed reaction on the stock side. But the VIX isn't really doing much either. Um, so it's kind of like keeping close tabs on what's moving and where investors kind of like think things are going. Because if you look at COT last week, institutions are buying dollar and gold.
Yeah.
They actually upped a ton of short contracts for the week reporting last Tuesday, they were just going heavy on the shorts
Are you
and like
talking
nothing on the
dollar
buys
or
on
gold specifically?
S&P. I'm
Got it.
sorry.
Okay.
But so they were going heavy on the shorts. They didn't really touch the dollar. They kind of maintained where it was at. And then they heavy bought gold. So that's what I'm kind of looking at right now is dollar and gold trades.
Hmm.
And maybe some quick swings on the S&P either direction. But overall, since this whole month, basically, or half of the month, it's just been on a steady uptrend and healthy pullback. So, you know, I wouldn't necessarily short the S&P, but I would try to go long dollar pairs, in my
Yep.
opinion. And UJ is kind of mimicking the uptrend of the S&P sometimes. Like it's not doing it now, or it hasn't been doing it like from like the start of this month, but it really started mimicking it in the past um however many days. Like I can pull it up, there's some weird correlation going on. So like in
Yeah,
the
it seems like
past, like
yeah.
yeah, since like the 14th or 15th, it started moving that same direction. So very on and off.
Yeah, very, very interesting stuff. Frank, thank you for sharing as always. Frank comes on the show every single day and just drops a little nugget, something he's paying attention to. You guys, you know me from the video side. We drag Frank onto the camera, but he is our specialist in terms of readable content. If you read our Twitter, if you read our newsletters, he's the guy. So Frank, thank you for jumping on the camera with us, and we'll see you back tomorrow.
Thanks. See you.
See ya. All right, and now, guys, we're going to go on to our next guest. We've got Tom from Simply Forex. Tom, how are you?
Yeah, good, Nick. How are you?
Good, good, good. How's the weather there?
The weather is beautiful this time of year in Dubai. Yes.
Yeah,
So,
that's great.
But the summer, do not come out in the summer. It's like,
oh, I bet is it just unbearable?
It is horrific. Yes,
Yeah,
you cannot leave your house. But yeah, this time of year, beautiful.
That's awesome. Well, Tom, what do you what's the latest in the markets? What are you looking at this week?
Well, I'm looking at a couple of trades as we speak. I'm looking at Aussie dollar, New Zealand short trade as we speak right now. Just seeing the structure breaking down there. New Zealand dollar, Canadian dollar. Yeah, looking for shorts with that as well. But
Okay.
yeah, that's all I've been looking at for today, really. The market, I don't know about you, but the markets have been quite difficult to trade, to be quite honest, last couple of days. But yeah, we'll see how we get on today.
Yeah, it's been sort of it seems like a lot of things sort of shoot one direction and they just give it all back and they kind of just chop around, which is inherently a tough time for momentum traders like ourselves, looking for trend following setups and things like that. So okay, cool. Tom, if you want to pull up your charts here while you get that set up, I'll make sure to remind guys, if you guys have not already checked out Tom's channel, Simply Forex, we're going to drop a link to that in the chat here. Make sure to go check that out. Make sure to give him a subscribe there. Check out his good content that he's got, and he's going to take over the stream for a little bit and give me a little bit of a break. So Tom, thank you for coming on the show, and we'll see you next week.
All right. Cheers, Nick.
Yeah.
All right. Good morning, guys. How are we? I hope you're all well, having a marvelous trading day. We're going to look at a couple of things that I'm looking at as of right now, and then we'll take as many questions as we can, guys. So I can see you've got lots of questions, Euro CAD, Euro US dollar. Yeah, we'll look at all of them, guys. Yeah, you've got me for about the next 45 minutes. So yeah, fire as many questions as you like, and I will answer as many as I can. Right, where should we start? So Aussie dollar, New Zealand dollar. Yeah, I've seen this break out of this range, guys. Okay, so I'm looking at this right now. Yeah, we were sort of getting some build up here on the H4. It hasn't created any higher highs. And then we've got this, this very negative candle that has just broken out of the range, guys. So yeah, I'm looking at shorts, as we speak. Okay, so yeah, this could be an interesting trade back down to these lows here. Okay, all my alarms are going off. So yeah, that's what I'm looking at as we speak. Also looking at this, guys, New Zealand dollar, Canadian dollar, but only if we get a breakdown, which we are. This is wonderful news. Okay, so let's start with the higher time frame here. So why am I trying to short this? So basically, guys, yeah, I'm seeing this, the top of this range here, this channel. Yeah, this channel seems to be holding, all right? And we've been bouncing off this channel. If we zoom in now, yeah, we were in an uptrend, but now potentially the market's not making higher highs, and potentially we're seeing the start of a head and shoulders. Yeah, so this is the shoulder, this is the head, and this is the shoulder. Okay, so not only this, but we saw a very bearish candle form yesterday. All right, so I'm looking to take price from this gray zone back down to this gray zone. All right, so that's the trade idea. So how I trade, guys, I normally take a higher time frame look at the market, look at the weekly, the daily. That gives me my bias, but then generally I enter on the H1 chart. And what I'm seeing on the H1 chart is what I love to see with a trade. Okay, so we've got our gray zone that I highlighted this morning. Yeah, this gray zone through here. A support and resistance zone, basically, guys. Yeah, and I plot these every day as part of my channel. Yeah, Simply Forex. I plot my buy and sell zones every single morning so you can take a look at them. So please check out my channel. Yeah, the link is in the live chat. Yeah, and I give you my trade ideas every day. So I love this. Yeah, when price comes up into my gray zone, yeah, there's lots of upward momentum here. But then when it hits my gray zone, price doesn't know what to do with itself. Yeah, I call this a box of indecision. Okay, and then when we get a box of indecision followed by a bearish candle, obviously this candle hasn't finished forming yet, guys. We've got another hour, 52 minutes. Excellent at maths. See how quickly I did that? So we've got another hour, but if this candle finishes like this, yeah, short it back down to this gray zone. Okay, yeah, these are my bread and butter, guys. Box of indecision, price doesn't know what to do with it, lots of buyers and sellers going fighting, and then it looks like we've got a winner. Yeah, it looks like we've got a winner in terms of sellers, but let's see. If that's a bearish H1 candle, yeah, I'm in. I'm all over it. Right, guys. So there are a couple of things I'm looking at. Let's have a look at a few of your questions, guys. So I can see a few of you want to see Euro CAD. We've got AUDUSD. I apologize for pronunciation. We've got, okay. So let's have a look at, okay, let's have a look at Euro Canadian dollar, guys. What are we seeing here? Right, where are we? Euro Canadian dollar. So as always, guys, I like to do a top-down approach. Yeah, I suggest you do the same, and then you won't, nothing will trick you. You have the bigger picture view and you have the smaller picture view. Yeah, do a top-down approach. If you don't, you are in trouble. Okay, not with me, with the markets and with me. So guys, what am I seeing? So weekly chart, Euro Canadian dollar, I'm potentially seeing a little bit more room to the upside. Okay. Yeah, we're still getting higher highs. Yeah. These lows here held. So structurally, you know, we're still in an uptrend on the weekly chart. And potentially we still have a little bit of room back up to this big psychological level of 15,000. What I don't like, if I zoom in now, what I don't like is this big wick. Okay. So, yeah, but generally we're in an uptrend. I don't like this wick. If we drop down to the day chart now, what are we seeing? So, as you can see, guys, I've got my gray zones mapped out. And then when I get a reaction in these gray zones to the, you know, to the upside, I would, you know, potentially consider a trade to the upside. Okay. But what do I need to see? I need to see at least a bullish candle come out of on the day chart. If I get, you know, at least a doji, if I get a doji or a bullish green candle that forms out of this gray zone, then I'll be happy to take it back up to these highs. Yeah. At these highs, I would close 80%. Because that's how my strategy rolls. I secure profit because it helps me to let winners run. Slightly oxymoron there, but yeah, I close 80% here and then I let 20% run, guys. Okay, but I would need to see a bullish reaction out of this gray zone. What are we seeing now? So H4, yeah, I mean, we are getting a bullish reaction in terms of H4 out of this gray zone. But really, guys, I would need to see that reflected on the day chart. Yeah, once I get a daily, back to the day, if I get a daily bullish candle, yeah, then I'll buy it. If I don't, I won't. Simple as that. H4 would suggest to buy this pair now, but you can see we're having quite a reaction as we speak. So, yeah, let's see what happens there. Let's drop down to the H1 just so we can look at all the information we have to hand. And If price is going to react, yeah, we've got an interesting zone through here. Okay. So these grey zones, guys, like I say, I give them to you every morning as part of my channel. This zone through here is an important area because price has reacted many times at this zone. If we get a bullish reaction out of here, yeah, then potentially this trade has some room to the upside. But if it starts coming through this zone and carrying on, chances are it might break down, guys. So yeah, all eyes on what happens now. Yeah, this next hourly candle is going to be interesting. What will it do in this grey zone? If we get a large wick and a ping off of this level, then potentially we've got some room to the upside. But for me, guys, I really need to see a strong daily candle. Because for me, guys, if we go back to the daily chart, just looking at the daily candles, look at these 3 daily candles. It just doesn't make sense for me to start buying these candles. They are all bearish. Why would I buy bearish candles? That's what crazy people do. And I am crazy, but not all the time. So yeah, bullish candle. Anyway, I hope that helps you with Euro Canadian dollar. Simbaz, I like your name, Simbaz. Do you remember Simbad? Do you remember him? Sinbaz, US dollar, Canadian dollar, and Memend. My pronunciation is perfect. I think you'll agree. All right, so this is for you guys. Let's take a look at US dollar, Canadian dollar. And again, we're going to do a top-down approach, guys. All right. I've got lots of grey zones within grey zones. Yeah, so if it looks a bit scruffy, I apologize. Let's get rid of a few. What the heck? Let's remove them. Okay. Okay. And we're even going to tighten up this grey zone. Okay. But this is definitely an area of support. All right. So US dollar, Canadian dollar is at a very important level. You do not need to be Warren Buffett to see that is at an important level. Yeah, clearly is. So again, what do I want to see? Well, let's start with the weekly chart. The weekly chart would suggest I have a bit more room to the upside. Yeah, we're clearly in an uptrend. Yeah, as soon as we get higher highs, we're in an uptrend. We've got lower lows. It may not look like your perfect channel, but that is in an uptrend, all right, on the weekly chart. Just adjusting myself. And it's at a very important level. So if I was just trading the weekly chart, I would be looking for a reaction back up to these highs. Yeah, from here. This is what I would be looking for. So that's my weekly view. If we go down to the day chart now, like I say, it all depends what price does right now. Yeah, I don't mean to sit on the fence with these trades, guys, but they are at important levels. So we need to see what happens. Currently, it's very difficult to buy this bearish candle. Yeah, my weekly view told me to buy this up to here, but the daily view, yeah, this red candle here is very difficult to buy. So again, what I need to see is something happen with today's candle. Maybe it ends up as a doji. Maybe we get a large wick, you know, that bounces off of this low. Then potentially we have some room to the upside. And this would be my target to start with, this level here. If it breaks this level, okay, then I think we have some more room back down to this grey zone here. Yeah, so this would be the target back down to here. Yeah, if I pull this grey zone along, yeah, this would make sense as a target, guys. All right, back down to here. So yeah, it depends what happens. Let's look at H4, H1 for some clues. So yeah, what mixed data we are receiving. I bet a lot of you were thinking, I've seen this H4 candle. Woohoo! Let's start buying it like a maniac. Yeah. But the following H4 candle has made us has made us think again. Okay. You are not wrong. If you've been buying this H4 candle, you are not wrong unless we get a break here. Yeah. If you get a break there, get the hell out of that trade. But you're not wrong until we see a break here. But this red candle here doesn't fill you with confidence, admittedly. So a real mixed bag on H4. Let's go down to the H1 chart and see what we're seeing. So potentially, yeah, we had a bit of a structure break. Yeah. We've now got higher highs. Yeah, but just all of this selling pressure. Again, let's just see what price does in this little area here. Yeah. I mean, the last couple of hours, it has rejected this area. I mean, look at these candles. Yeah, price is rejecting this area. We've got buyers in here, but this is only on the H1. So, yeah, really pivotal what happens now. Yeah, if we get a breakdown, yeah, I think shorts. Yeah, but if these lows hold and we perhaps see a bullish candle and we start seeing a build up in structure, then I think we've got some room back up to these highs over here. All right, guys, so that's what I'm seeing on US dollar, Canadian dollar, Simbaz and MEMD. I hope that helps you. Okay, next one. What are we looking at? Bernard, US dollar, Japanese yen. It's all US dollar today. Solid English accent. Thank you, Abby. It is very London, my accent. All right, let's have a look at US dollar, Japanese yen. Guys, before I show you the next pair, if you're enjoying my analysis and would like to receive it every single day, then come join the channel. Yeah, I give you my trade ideas. I give you my areas to trade from. So if you want that every day, hit the link in the live chat, guys. Yeah, come join the channel. We'd love to have you. You can listen to my silly accent. Right, guys, top-down approach, weekly chart. What is the weekly telling me? The weekly is telling me to short this pair. Yeah. As soon as this low here was broken, yeah, we had lower low. All right. And now potentially we have a lower high. All right. So just structurally on the weekly chart, I would be looking for shorts. Yeah, but this is a very, higher time frame view. This is the weekly chart, guys. This could take weeks, months to get back down to these lows. All right, but that's the structure I would be looking at. All right. We've bounced off a good area of resistance here and the moving average 20, which I use as dynamic support or resistance, and price is coming down. Yeah, look at the candles. Bearish, bearish, bearish. But let's look at the day chart now. What does the day chart tell us? Okay, and this is painting a slightly different picture. All right, so first and foremost, the price action has been disgusting. Yeah, this is nice price action. Yeah, we're coming in, we're taking price up. This is like ping, 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 ping. Yeah, a little bit scruffy, guys. However, that is in a downtrend. Yeah, as soon as these lows here are broken, we are in a downtrend. You don't need to be Warren Buffett to see that. But there's buts. So if I have a lot of buts, okay, I should rephrase that. If I have a lot of indecision in with regards to the trade, yeah, then I stay out of the trade. So this is in a downtrend, but we're hitting a good level of support here. Yeah, you can see that prices reacted here, 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 and here. So we know this grey zone is an interesting level for buyers. Yeah, we know there are buyers sitting in here. We know that. Yeah, that's what support is, a level of buyers. Yeah, resistance is a level of sellers. Yeah, waiting to pounce. Whether the buyers lose or win, whether the sellers lose or win, we read the charts to tell us. Yeah, I mean, the thing that tells us to buy this is this green candle. Yeah, it's bullish. But it's difficult for me to trade to buy something in a downtrend. And that's what I would be doing. But if you said, Tom, you have to trade this pair right now, or we will throw you off a high building, then I would buy it up to this grey zone. Yeah, before looking for shorts again. That's what I would do. If we drop down to the H4 chart now, let's look for some clues. And H4 is in an uptrend. Yeah, we were in a downtrend, but this high just broke this high. So we have higher highs. We've now come down. This is potentially a higher low. So yeah, I think we can buy this back up to here or potentially here. Okay, that's how I would trade this right now. I know Frank was looking to buy this as well. So yeah, I would buy this up to here. Yeah, that's what I would do. Let's look at H1. Yeah, okay. So yeah, this area that I had highlighted before, yeah, is an important zone. Yeah, yeah, these grey zones, guys. Look at this grey zone through here. Yeah, super duper important. Yeah, we've got a real bullish reaction here. So yeah, I think, yeah, let's see what it does at this high. If it breaks that, then definitely it's on its way up. Okay. So yeah, US dollar, Japanese yen, I'd be looking for buys. However, if we go back to the day chart, it is in a downtrend. So yeah, we can't expect price to come back up to here. Maybe you can, I don't know, but not while it's in a downtrend. Yeah, I would need to see structure do something like this, break up, and then we could go up to the highs. So yeah, US dollar, Japanese yen right now, buy it. What is happening to the Aussie dollar, Japanese yen? The bearish momentum is dominant. Do you see it continuing, mate? Dennis Vivaz, thank you for calling me mate. Very English. Let's have a look for you. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at Aussie dollar, Japanese yen. Again, just the price structure on these yen pairs. Look at these contradicting wicks. Look at all these wicks saying sell me, sell me, sell me. And then look at all these wicks saying buy me, buy me, buy me. Yeah, hence we just get this. Yeah, just horrible price action currently. And that's on the day chart. Weekly, we have had a break of the lows. Yeah, you can see this here. But, yeah, I must put this grey zone in. So there is definitely a grey zone through here. And when I say grey zone, I mean a support or a resistance zone. And in this example, this is a support zone because price has reacted historically. So Dennis, we're in between a rock and a hard place, really. I mean, weekly structure, yeah, would tell us to sell this. Yeah, this is the last lower, no lower high, no higher highs, broke this low. For me, we're in a downtrend. And we have a very bearish weekly candle. So if this support wasn't here, I would say sell it. Yeah, but there is support there. All right, but this is what I'm seeing. If anything, I would sell it. If we go to the day chart now, guys, please do the same. Do a top-down approach and get an idea of everything. Yeah, then nothing will catch you out. You'll be like, why did it react there? And then you'll be like, oh, that was weekly support. Why did it react there? Oh, that was H4 resistance. Yeah, look at everything so you don't get surprised. If you were reading a book, you don't read page 10 and page 28 and think it's not a very long book. And you think, oh, I know the entire story. You don't. Your job as a trader is to understand the story of that pair you're trading. Yeah. And to understand that story, you need to look at every time frame. I'm ranting. Let me drink some vodka. Okay. So what are we seeing? Yeah, we're very mixed messages. Yeah. Downtrend, but bullish green candle. And we're at this is an important resistance zone. So daily is mixed for me. Yeah, let's look at the H4. And generally, guys, if it's mixed, I stay out. H4 is still in a downtrend. Yeah, this is still in a downtrend. Yeah, we haven't broken these highs, but price is just sort of a little bit lost. It's no surprise it's no surprise price is just kind of ranging a little bit, because if the day chart is giving you mixed messages, this will reflect on the lower time frames. Okay, but H4 is still in a downtrend. If we go to the H1 now, you'll really see this sort of mixed reaction we're getting. Yeah, look at this box here. Okay, this is just a bit of a box of indecision. Buyers, sellers, buyers, sellers, buyers, sellers, buyers. Okay, so yeah, what I want to see is a break either side of this. Yeah, if we potentially got a break of these highs, then I think we could start long in this pair. If we get a break of these lows, I think we could start shorting this pair. Okay, so I just want to see what happens, yeah, when price leaves this zone. Okay, so let's see what happens, guys. All right, but yeah, either way, let's see where we could buy it to. In fact, I wouldn't like to buy it. There's too much going on above it. There's this area, potentially up here. Yeah, I would only be interested in a break of this structure, really. If we get a break, yeah, I know that we've got some room to the downside. All right, so yeah, that's what I would be looking at for Aussie dollar, Japanese yen. I hope that helps. Right, let's take a look at some more questions. Okay, where are we going here? Sorry, what other? Right, we've just changed channels, I believe. Okay, right. You're very welcome, Dennis. What else are we looking at? Just subscribe to your channel. Thank you, Dodge. Agree, every trade is 50-50. Yeah, I would also appreciate a look at pound US dollar. So we've already done Euro CAD. We're going to look at gold for Imhan. Imhan, gold, this is for you. You are gold. Always believe in your soul. Do you remember that song? Or am I showing my age? Yeah, if you remember that song, say, yes, I remember that song. If you don't, you're too young. Right, guys, top-down approach. Weekly. Again, mixed. Yeah, when I come on, guys, at the start of the channel, when I was speaking to Nick, I was explaining how the markets are very whipsaw-y, yeah, giving back a lot of, taking profit. Oh, I don't know. It's just very whipsaw-y and not trend following. It goes one direction, comes in a different direction. Yeah, very whipsaw-y. This is no different. Yeah, so this is gold. This is the weekly chart. Okay, again, if I was a weekly trader, yeah, we're clearly in an uptrend. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, higher lows, higher highs. Yeah, we're clearly in an uptrend. However, again, this area here, and including all of this wick, is potentially an area of resistance. Yeah, there will be buyers sitting in here. But it's difficult not to buy this pair. Look at that weekly candle, and then look at the wick on last week's candle. Yeah, everything is pushing up. All right, so yeah, weekly chart is telling me to buy. All right. If we go to the daily chart now, it's not telling me to buy. This is clearly in an uptrend, but it's not making higher highs. Okay, so there's always a red flag with an uptrend. Yeah, if it's not making higher highs, has it lost momentum? Could it be changing direction? You know, these are the questions you should ask yourself if it's not making higher highs in an uptrend or making lower lows in a downtrend. Yeah, so this is holding up here. We've also got a bearish candle, but it has a wick on the bottom of the candle. I mean, I guess if I had to, I would trade it back down to these lows today. But to be honest with you, I'm getting such mixed messages. I don't want to trade it. So that's potentially what I'm seeing on the day chart. Okay, let's go down to the H4 now. Let's get some more information. The more information, the better, guys. Let's drag this grey zone across. This is clearly a support zone. Yeah, and I've got a grey zone through here because price was reacting here. You know, it's reacted many times. It could potentially react here again. Okay, so this could be an important grey zone, guys. If let me draw it out a little bit. If H4 actually breaks this high here, which it hasn't yet because the wick closed, if we get something like this and a bullish green candle, yeah, you can see how beautiful I am at drawing. Look at that green candle. But you know what I mean? If we get a bullish green candle, I've got to draw it again so you don't think I'm something. Yeah. If we get a green candle that looks like this, breaks this grey zone, I think we can take price back up to this, you know, potentially this 2000 level up here. Okay. If we get a reaction here to the downside, I think we have room back down to this area. All right, so let's have a look at the H1 now. Okay, so H1 structure has changed. All right, so yeah, you can see price was in a downtrend, but now it's changed. We've got higher highs, only just, but they are higher highs, and also higher lows. Yeah, so we are in an uptrend. Yeah, price could do something like this. So yeah, the more I look at this, guys, I would look to buy it, to be quite frank. But again, this grey zone here is potential, you know, banana skin. If price pushes through this, then yes, let's keep pushing this up. All right, but let's see what price does at this grey zone. Let's see what this next hourly candle does. All right, so yeah, I'm leaning towards buying gold back up to the highs. Right, what else is there? What else are we looking at? I've already done, no, let's do pound US dollar. So we've got Savio and we've got Lil D Game Dev. Okay, I'm assuming that's, yeah, I'm assuming I've pronounced that okay. All right, guys, so let's look at pound US dollar. Guys, again, let me give a little shout out. If you're enjoying my analysis, you would like my trade ideas every day, then come join my channel, Simply Forex. We'd love to have you. The link is in the live chat. Come join us. Merci, gracias, dankeschön, thank you. Weekly chart. Tricky. Tricky. I'm going to remove a few grey zones here. Yeah, because we've just got too many. Okay, I'm going to clear this chart up. Yeah, this is called spring cleaning your chart. Right, there's definitely an area of resistance up here. All right, we can clearly see that. And there's clearly an area of support down here. Okay, and arguably, price is ranging. Yeah, let's see what happens back up here. But, you know, it could come back down here. Yeah, it's currently ranging the weekly chart. All right. If we look at the day chart now, yeah, what are we seeing? So if it's ranging, guys, well, two things. If it's ranging, we have more room up to this grey zone. Yeah. And we are in an uptrend. As soon as this channel broke, yeah, we have been in an uptrend. So we've got higher lows, higher highs. Yeah, that is an uptrend. So I think potentially we can come back up to these highs. All right, that's what I'm seeing. Today, I wouldn't like to buy it. Yeah, because, you know, there's potential, you know, resistance here. Look at these wicks. Yeah, today's not the day to buy into this level, you know, but if we do break this level, there's not much room to move into. So it's a tricky one. It's a tricky one. But yeah, this green candle also says buy it, buy back up to here. So again, my bias from the weekly and the daily chart, guys, that's all I do. I want to form my bias. Yeah, and my bias is to buy this pair. The weekly and the daily says buy pound US dollar Tom, buy it, buy it. Then I drop down to the lower time frames because I want to find an entry. You know, and this just, how much I want to buy this. This is not the entry, is it? You know, for me to start buying this into here would just be absolutely ludicrous. This is what crazy people would do. And I'm only crazy at the weekend, not during the week when I'm trading. So yeah, I cannot buy into that zone no matter how much I want to. Okay. And we're starting to see a bit of resistance here. I mean, look at that red candle. Okay. If we get a break, maybe let's follow, get a break of these highs. Let's follow it up to the gray zone. Let's drop down to the day chart. Again, just very difficult to buy into this area. Yeah, there are buyers sitting here. Okay, sorry, there are sellers sitting here. But remember, I want to buy this pair. So what we could do, potentially wait for a test of this level, get a bullish reaction. We get better value for money. Yeah, this is, if we entered here, this is far better value than entering here. All right, so if we enter here, we could perhaps try and push it back up. Or we eventually get a break of these highs over here, you know, retest, and then we could start buying. All right, guys, but yeah, pound US dollar, I'd only be looking for buys, really. Right, what else are we looking at? So we've done pound US dollar, we've done gold. What else are we looking at? Okay, Kagosi. Yeah, have I pronounced your name wrong? Kagosi Masiki. Excellent pronunciation once again, I'm sure. So yeah, let's have a look, guys. Swiss franc, Japanese yen. Okay. So what are we seeing? What do I do, guys? You should all be shouting top-down approach. Yeah, and guys, again, if you're enjoying my top-down approach, my analysis, come join my channel. The link is in the live chat. Come join us, say hello. I'll give you my trade ideas. Right, guys, what are we seeing here? So let's start with the weekly chart. For me, the weekly chart, so it was clearly in an uptrend all the way up to here and then lots of indecision. As soon as we got this break, we've been in a downtrend. And I would argue this last high still hasn't broke. So for me, we are still potentially, yeah, in a downtrend back down to these lows. Structurally, that is what I'm seeing. What else do I look at? I look at the structure. I also look at the candlesticks, yeah? And just looking at the last 2 weeks candlesticks, who would you say is in control? If you say buyers, I will slap you on the wrist. Yeah, it's sellers. Yeah, sellers look like they're in control of this market. Okay. But there's more information. Let's go find it. If we look at the day chart now, as with a lot of the yen pairs, it's a bit, like this. Yeah, enough to make you go dizzy. But as soon as we got a break out of this channel, this blue channel here, bang, we've been in a downtrend. Yeah, lower lows, lower highs, and then a bit of a range, to be honest. Okay, we're ranging from here to here. But remember, my higher time frame view, the weekly chart, was to potentially short this pair. But today was not the day. Yeah, I know this daily candle forming as we speak is super bearish, but today wasn't the day to short this. Why? Because look at this candle. Look at this green candle. Would you short that green candle? You probably should have done looking at the next candle. But realistically, guys, don't short that candle. If you see a green candle like that, don't short it. Yeah, wait for a negative candle like this, for example. Yeah, you get this bullish candle. If my view is to short this market, I would not be interested in the next day. Yeah, because I cannot short this daily candle. But when I get this daily candle, happy days, I can start shorting again. Okay. I cannot short this green bullish candle. I cannot. It doesn't compute. So I would wait for today's candle. It just so happens today's candle is super bearish and I might have missed out on an opportunity, but so be it. I'm all right with that. So shorts, but we might have missed our opportunity. If we drop down to the H4 chart, yeah, what are we seeing here? So, I mean, I'm kind of seeing a H4 uptrend, really. Obviously, it will be a H1 downtrend, but then look at these candles. Yeah. Again, who's in control? Sellers. Yeah. So I think sellers are going to take it back down to these lows. If I had to enter a trade right now, right this second, I would keep shorting it down to these lows, potentially this psychological level here. All right. That's what I would do. If we look at the H1 chart, guys, to see if we can support that view. And yeah, and obviously on the H1 chart, structure has broken down. It broke down up here as soon as we got this candle. Yeah, and this is what I teach on my channel. We're looking for structure breaks, looking for gray zones, structure breaks, and then we can start taking it lower. All right, so yeah, nothing but shorts on this pair, guys. I shorted that green candle. Okay. Poo Poppy or Poo Poppy. I like your name. Guys, I have run out of time. I've got to leave it there. If you've enjoyed my analysis, then there's a link on the live chat. So click on it and come join the channel right now. We'd love to have you. Simply Forex. And I might see you tomorrow morning. If not, I'll see you next week, guys. Same time. Yeah. Thanks a lot, guys. See you later.
Thanks again for watching today's show. Our goal at A1 Trading is to continue to share free value to our audience through daily videos and articles, keeping you up to date with the latest market coverage. If you enjoy our content, make sure to subscribe for more. And if you're looking to get funded, check out Superfunded's examination today and get 10% off when you use the code A1 Trading. Click the link in the description below to find out more. From all of us at A1 Trading, have a great day and we'll see you next time.